Welcome back, everybody. Okay, imagine sitting in your doctor's office and your doctor comes up to you and he says, congratulations, you're pregnant with quintuplets. Yes, quintuplets, 5 babies. You're laying there, you're stunned, you watch your husband faint and hit the floor, okay? And I'm saying this with love because this is what happened to me, but only with triplets, okay? And now I'm going to introduce you to the doctor who most likely will be delivering these babies. This is Dr. John Elliott.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're a perinatologist for Southwest Contemporary Women's Care at Banner Desert Medical Center. What is a perinatologist?
Well, Lisa, a perinatologist is a specialist in high-risk pregnancy. So we are an OBGYN with further specialization in problem pregnancies.
Well, and when I said about the open, it's so true. I mean, my husband was in shock. He didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. It was all my fault that, I was pregnant with triplets, and I could only imagine being, honest to God, he said I prayed too hard, okay? And I could only imagine quintuplets. Now, I was fortunate enough to live here in town and be under your care very early on, I think around 10 weeks or so. At what point do these women come to you to have you take care of their pregnancies?
Well, when we have women coming from other parts of the country or even from other countries, generally I would like to have them here locally where I can care for them at about 18 weeks. 18 weeks. Just toward the beginning of the second trimester.
And how do these women find out about you?
Sometimes I wonder, the social networking today and with the internet and everything like that, if you just Google quintuplets, there are going to be a bunch of stories about our practice and myself. So with that kind of ability to get instant information, people are looking for an ability to get a good outcome. Mm-hmm. As you recall with your pregnancy, it's incredibly scary to think that you have 3 babies inside or 5 babies, and the rest of your life.
Looking good. Oh yeah. Now that's
there
hey,
you go.
Do you remember me looking good way back when? I think about 25 weeks there. This is my favorite ultrasound. 3 heads. Look at that. Yeah.
They're lining up. I'm sure they do that now for you.
Oh sure, yeah. And you noticed that they were going to come in this morning, but they decided to sleep in at 10 years old. So, but it's crucial.
They have their own agendas.
Yes. But now, okay, you have been delivering multiples since 1984, and I need to run down the list of these multiples for everybody because this is amazing. Since 1984, you have delivered over 700 sets of triplets, my triplets being one of them.
Yes.
102 sets of quadruplets.
Yes.
14 sets of quintuplets in the 2 this past month, and 2 sets of sextuplets. I mean, you've delivered practically a small little town here. I mean, you should run for mayor. That's huge.
Mayor of multiple towns.
There you go. Well, now, and we talk about your treatment. These women come to you from all over the world. What do you do that is so different from other doctors that can help these women deliver these healthy babies?
Well, I think it starts with an attitude. Most physicians that are in this situation tell patients that they're not going to be able to succeed, that they won't be able to carry their triplet or quadruplet or quintuplet pregnancy to a point where the babies will be able to survive and thrive. And so that negative attitude frequently has these patients looking for an alternative, somebody that has a recipe that will allow them to be successful. Mm-hmm. And so we start off by offering them a recipe that we know what we're doing, we've done it before, and we're successful.
It's interesting, and I say the method to your madness, but it works. Let's talk about the weight gain first of all, and why that's so important. Oh, look at the babies are being born. No, who's this?
That is Meryl.
Ferraro, right?
Yes.
Okay, and she just delivered the quintuplets with the acronym GRACE, I believe, right?
GRACE was the names of the babies. Their first letter of their names spelled out GRACE.
And now, what I find amazing with both of these deliveries is both of these mothers had well over 2 of the 5 babies that were over 4 pounds. Now, that is huge for everybody. I mean, when you have a baby and you have carried anywhere from 32 weeks to close to 34, 35 weeks to have a 4-pounder, that's big news.
With high order multiples like quintuplets, that's a very good growth for that amount of time. Yeah. As you could see, most of the babies weighed in the 3-pound range.
Wow, and everybody's doing well?
Everybody's doing great. They're starting,
that.
the Ferraro babies are starting to go home, and the Matthews babies,
sweet.
4 of them are home, and the last one, little Rucker, is going to go home very shortly.
And little Rucker was born, I think he weighed 2 pounds, 2 ounces.
He
and
did.
He's
He,
up
wa-
to a
he
little
was
over 3 pounds.
he was the little stinker in the group.
But he's the little engine that could, you know.
He was. He hung on, and he was the one we worried about, and he's just doing great.
Now, Meryl Ferraro, she had something scary happen to her around 17 weeks. And I find this very interesting, the treatment of care that you did for her. Share with everybody what took place.
Well, Meryl was a week after I first met her. She came in for an office visit, and we did an ultrasound, and we found that her cervix was actually 4 centimeters dilated.
Oh my goodness!
Membranes,
the size of an inch.
Exactly, and the membranes, the sac was pushing through into the vagina, and this is called an incompetent cervix. And I really didn't think we would be successful trying to put a stitch in that and close it down and keep the babies inside for any length of time. I really thought we would not be successful, but we very carefully put a stitch in, and it was successful. There was no infection, and Meryl went from 17 weeks and delivered at 32 and 5/7 weeks.
That's amazing.
I truly think it was a miracle, because there was no way that should happen.
Well, and to have any child, you know, each week is so crucial, and to take the baby from a 28 weeks, where I forgot my props, but the baby's head is approximately the size of a lemon, and to bring that child to 32 weeks or more, you're looking at the head is the size of a large orange, and there's just so much more that developmentally has taken place. Let's fast forward to delivery day. Okay, so with quintuplets, how many people are in that delivery room with you?
You know, I really have never counted. It's probably in the range of 25 to 26 people.
25 to 26 people.
Yep.
And everybody has a job to do?
Absolutely. There's a drill, they're organized, they know exactly what to do and when, and then it's carried out. So it's precision, it's a precision team.
Well, you know what, we're running out of time here, and I would love to talk to you more about this, but on behalf of all the mothers of multiples, Doctor, I just want to say thank you so much for our families. And my triplets are healthy, and I know these quintuplets are as well. So thank you very much for the work that you do.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you, everybody. We'll be right back after this.